Hello students, welcome to Sort of Sir's classes. We are again back with another video for GMAT. Okay, and this time you can see the question is very simple. Okay, so let's start with the first question. It says simplify. I think all of you all can do this question, right? So 6 minus 4, that is 2, and 6 minus 2, that is 4. So what do you have? You have 2 into 4 divide by 4, so the final answer is 2. Isn't it very simple? Right, so this is your correct answer. Let's move on to our second question without wasting time. So our second question, you can see it, this is the second question. May look difficult, but I would like to tell you, don't do it in such a way that it gets difficult. You can do it in an easier way. Like suppose 0. Let me just write it, 0.375 is actually equal to 3 by 8. Again, 0.444 is equal to 4 by 9. Then the next one, 0.75 is equal to 3 by 4. 0.888 is equal to 8 by 9. Now these are the numerators, right? The first fraction, the second fraction, the third fraction, and that's the fourth fraction. Let's do the denominator as well. Let's do it here. 0.333 is equal to 1 by 3, right? Again, 0.833, you can just remove the points and find out. It is 5 by 6. Remove the points, let this 1, 2, 3 and divide by whatever you have. Okay, and you know how to change repeated decimal to a fraction. Okay, you have learnt it in small classes. You have to take it into two equations, x1 and x2, and then solve. Okay, in the junior classes you have learnt already. Now 0.8 is equal to 4 by 5. The ones that are terminating decimal, very easy to find out. Ones that are non-terminating, you have to find out by taking it into two equations. Okay, the next one is 0.5, that all of you all know is 1 by 2. Okay, now let's write the values. So the first one is 3 by 8 into 4 by 9. You can put dots, into 3 by 4 into 8 by 9. That's your numerator. What is my denominator? It's 1 by 3 into 5 by 6 into 4 by 5 into 1 by 2. Alright, so let's check I have written everything correctly. 3 by 8 in the numerator, correct. 4 by 9, correct. 3 by 4, correct. 8 by 9, correct. 1 by 3 is there, correct. 5 by 6 here, correct. 4 by 5, correct. 1 by 2, correct. Now it's time for us to do the normal calculation that you have done in smaller classes. You already know what to do, right? That is 3 into 4 into 3 into 8 divided by, don't cut as of now, don't cancel, I mean as of now, 4 into 9. Alright, so this is the first fraction, into the whole of this denominator part will go up. So that is 3 into 6 into 5 into 2 divided by, you don't have to write the 1, 5 into 4. Alright, now let us cancel out whatever is cancelling out. Alright, so 3 1s are 3 3s are 3 1s are 1s are gone away. 8 is gone, 8 is gone, 4 is gone, 4 is gone, 5 is gone, 5 is gone. Then 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. So we have 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, and 1 here and 1 here. The final answer is 1. So E is your final answer. Okay, very simple question, students. Very simple question. Okay, so you know how to now solve this question. Let's go on to our third question. Again, we have another simple question in hand. So let's begin. Question number 3 is given as 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3 dot means multiplication, 3 by 16 bracket, whole thing divided by a 2 closed by a box bracket, minus 9 by 16. You have to find the value of this. Very simple. 3 gone away, 2 ones are 2, 2 eights are 16. So that is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 8 divided by 2, right, minus 9 by 16. Simply do it and you will get the answer simply. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 16 minus 9 by 16. Alright, so now what you can do from here, solve these two, okay, because they have the same denominator. 1 by 2, sorry, not plus excuse me, 1 by 2 minus 8 by 16. So 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16. That is 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. The answer is 0. So where is your answer? Your answer is in option number A. Now we move on to our next question. So the next question is on your screen. It says the sum of the prime numbers that are there between 110 and 125. So how would you do this question? Very simple. Let's start writing the numbers. Let's say 111, comma 112, comma 113, 114. Not many numbers you have to write. 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, and 123, 124. First of all, we need to cancel out the numbers that are having an even number at the last. So this one is gone away. Let's cancel out with a different color. This is gone away. This is gone away. This is gone away. This is gone away. This is also gone away. This is also gone away. This is also gone away. Alright. Now look at 111. It's divisible by 3. Gone away, isn't it? Then 3 plus 1, 4. Plus 1, 5. This is okay. 5 plus 1, 6. This is one of the prime numbers, so you don't have to worry about that. 5 plus 1, 6, plus 1, 7. So 115. Yeah, you can see it has a 5 at the back, so it's divisible by 5, so not possible. 7 plus 1, 8, plus 1, 9. Again divisible by 3, so not possible. Then 119 is divisible by 7. Okay, you can divide it. 119. 7 ones are 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 9. So 7 sevens are 49. Okay, so this is also not allowed. Again 1 to 1, 11. 3, 4, 5 again with 3. So you are the only number that is left is 113. So there is no sum to be found out because that is the only number left. So your answer is 113. Now it's time for our next question. So our next question, we have a problem sufficiency question. It means you already know I have done similar questions for you. Okay, you have to show that either the first option is sufficient or the second option is sufficient. Now let us start with this question. The question says that what is the value of the integer k? The first option is telling you that k is any 3-digit number. Now for k to be any 3-digit any three-digit prime number is not sufficient. Why is it not sufficient? Because there can be 4-digit prime numbers as well. Okay, so the first condition is not sufficient. Let's go on to the second condition. Now the second condition says that k is greater than equal to 88 but less than equal to 102. So if we are to combine the first and the second condition, greater than equal to 88, it cannot have a 2-digit number, it should have a 3-digit number. So you are going to have the first one as 100, second one as 101, and the last one as 102. So 100 is not a prime number and 102 is not a prime number. So combining these two criterias, we can say that 101 is a prime number, greatest one. So how did we do this question? We combined the two statements and we have found. So you can write that combining the two statements, we can say combining the two statements we can say 101 is the value of k. Alright, let's move on to our next question. So this is our next question. Look at this question is off screen, but let me get it back on screen for you. Okay, just hold on. This is the question. It says, what is the lowest positive integer that is divisible by each of the integers? Okay, there's more to it. Each of the integers 1 through 8. That means they're telling you that suppose you have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. All these numbers have to divide any one of these numbers, any one. Okay, now which is that number? Very difficult to understand this type of a question as to which is that number. What I would suggest you, if you look at the question very carefully, 420, if you do the HCF, okay, you see all these numbers that you see over here, all the numbers that you see on top, you must understand whether it is divisible by 7, whether it is divisible by 3. Okay, look at these zeros. Okay, they are all divisible by 2, they are all divisible by 2, they are divisible by 1, they are divisible by 5. Alright, these numbers we don't have to have a problem with. We have to check 3, divisible by 6, 7, all these things. So let me show you. Let's say if I do 840, HCF of 840. So what do I get? 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are, 3 7s are, 2 35, 5 7, 7 1. Can you see there's a 7 coming here? Okay, so what are the factors of 840? So that is 2 into 2 into 3 into 2 into 5 into 7. So you see, if 2 into 2 into 2 is there, that means it is divisible by 4 or 8 or 2. Since there is a 5, you can see over here it is divisible by 5 as well. Okay, since you can see a 3 and a 2 together, that means it's divisible by 6 also. 8, of course it is divisible by 8, because you can see 2, 2 and 2. Alright, it is divisible by 7 because there is a 7 here. It's divisible by 4, I already told you. It has to be divisible by 3 because you can see a 3 here as well. It is also divisible by 2, divisible by 8, divisible by 1. So the answer is very, very, very much obvious. This is the correct answer. Okay, now in the exam you may not know which one is the correct answer. So you see, you will have to find the HCF of these numbers one by one in order to understand which is the correct answer. Okay, so I suggest that you check the first one, you check the second one, you check the third one. The answer will be more or less within those options, first, second or the third. Now we move on to our next question. Now the next question is here. It says that S is an even integer. S is an integer. Which of the following must be odd? Is this one going to be odd? Is this one going to be odd? Is this one going to give you an odd answer? Is this one? Is this one? Which one? Let's check. Let's check for the first one. Okay, say S plus 1. Alright, that's the first one. So let's say if I write let S equals to 3, then what do I get? S plus 1 equals to 4. So I'm getting a 4. So I'm getting an even. So if I'm getting an even somewhere, then that's not the option. Let's go to the next one. 2S minus 1. Of course 2S is even. Okay, but if you do minus 1, so if you let S again equals to 3, and if you do 2 into 3 minus 1, that is 5. That is odd. So this is true. So as of now there is one candidate. Let's go on to the next one. C. Option C. Option A, option B, option C. In option C, what is happening? You have S square plus 2. No matter what number you put over here, you will always get even. Okay, so you will always get even. Hence this is not true, it's false. So this one got cancelled out. So this one will, let's say S plus 2. Okay, it will remain even, but not always. It can be S is an integer thing, so it can be odd, and it can sometimes give you even also. Let's say if I take S as 2, then S plus 2 will give me 2, and then it will be even, then it will become false. Okay, every time, sometimes it will give you even, sometimes it will give you odd, so it does not come in the criteria. So that's also cancelled out, and this will never give you an odd answer. This will give you even. So who is the candidate? This is the one. So this is the correct answer. That will always give you a odd number. No matter what integer you're going to put, you will always get an odd answer. Alright, now it's time for our next question. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Question number 8, again a simple type of a question. Question number 8 is saying A, B, C, there are three integers, there are three values, there are three integers you can say. A, B, C is greater than 0, then which of the following must be true? You see, if A into B into C has to be greater than 0, then A has to be positive, comma B has to be positive, comma C has to be positive. Or you can also have any two positive, any two negative, any two of them negative and one positive, right? That's how you'll get a positive answer. Now let's look at this. Okay, in this you can say that A can be positive, alright, B can be positive, alright, B can be positive, A can be positive, B can be positive, but any one can also be negative. So this is not necessarily true. Not true. Okay. Look at this. Over here A can be positive or negative. So this is also not true. Right? Because A can be positive as well as negative. Now look at this. In this, if A is negative, C is negative and B is positive, then it works. Okay. Now if I rub that out and if I write A negative, B negative, C positive, then also it works. Right? Then if I rub that out and if I write all of them are positive, all positive, then also it's correct. So you see the option C looks the most promising. Okay. If you look at this, this is less than 0. There's no need to look at this also. There's no need to look at this also. So all these options are gone away. So this is your correct answer. Option number C is your correct answer. Let's move on to our next question. So moving on to the next question, we have that criteria sufficiency question. So what is the question telling us? Let's read the question. It's a word problem, so we need to understand. The selling price or the SP of a computer part is equal to the cost or CP of the computer part plus the markup. Some marking or something like that is given plus the markup. The markup on computer part XZ700 is what percent of the selling price? Now the first condition is given as the selling price of the original computer is 1000 and the cost of the computer part, this is exactly half of its markup. So let's see which condition satisfies, and we may have to combine the two conditions also. So let's write, we have to first of all make an equation. Okay, let SP is equal to S, let CP is equal to C, let markup is equal to M. So what does it say? The SP, so S is equal to C plus M, right? So we need to find what percent, we need to find the markup on the computer is what percent of the selling price. Okay, so the markup on the computer is what percent of the selling price will be, is like this, will be the markup by the selling price, then you have to find the percent of this. Now if you analyze the first part, they are giving you a useless information. They are telling you the selling price of the original computer is 1000. Now in this statement you cannot find out anything. Okay, with the selling price, what are you going to do? Where are you going to put it in this equation, and how are you going to find the percent? You're not being able to find anything by just having the selling price of the original computer. So this condition is not sufficient. Now in statement 2, it tells us that C is equal to 0.5 of the markup. That it tells us that the selling price actually, the cost is actually 0.5 of M or 0.5 M, right? Half of M, 0.5 M. Now if we substitute this value, then what do we get? If we substitute, then S we get as 0.5 M plus M is giving me 1.5 M, right? So M by S will be what? So that will be M by 1.5 M, and cancel it out, it gives 1 by 1.5. Can we find percent over here? Yes, of course. If you multiply with 100, you can find a percent over here. So what percent will this be? So remove it, this much. Now you divide 1000 by 15 and you will get the answer as 1000 divided by 15 will give you 66 point something. Okay, 66.67%. Okay, so you saw that from condition 2 we could find out the percent. So the condition 2 is sufficient. Okay, the second condition is sufficient for us to prove this, to find the answer of this question. Now we move on to our 10th question, and that was going to be our last question. So question number 10, we have a big question written in hand, but not very difficult. Okay, just because it's big, it doesn't mean that it has to be difficult. Okay, we need to get over that fear that a question that is very long is very difficult. Okay, so let's read. These are all simple type of questions, your elementary type of questions that you have solved in junior classes. There are two people, Carl and Alex, were avid comic readers. Means avid comic readers means regular comic readers. The number of comic books that Carl and Alex owned was in the ratio of 5:3 respectively. After Carl sold Alex 10 of his comic books, the ratio of the number of comic books Carl had to the number of that Alex had was this many. Okay, now let us start this question. Let Carl have equal to X comic books. And let, okay, comic books are given in the ratio 5:3, so we will not take that way. We will do it this way. We will make it much more easier. Okay, don't make it very confusing. Let's do with another color. Let's say let a constant equal to k. All right, now the number of books Carl has. So Carl has is equals to 5k, hence Alex has is equal to 3k. Now after Carl sold Alex 10 books, now after selling 10 books, Carl has is equal to 5k minus 10, and Alex has is equal to 3k plus 10, right? Minus 10 gone away from him, then plus 10 added to him. After the selling is over, now the ratio of the books of Carl to Alex becomes 7:5. Now the new one, again, now Carl to Alex, I'm writing in short, is equals to 5k minus 10, 3k plus 10 is equal to, what was the ratio? 7:5. Okay, perfect. 7/5 implies, you can write over here. From here we can solve it here, somewhere around here, right? So 525k minus 50, I'm multiplying directly. The 5 went up there, got multiplied, and this will go up there, which is equal to 21k plus 70. So that is 25k minus 21k is equal to 70 plus 50. So that is 4k is equal to 120, hence k is equal to 120 by 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12. So k is 30. Now the question is telling us to find Carl. As a consequence, Carl has how many more comic books than Alex? Carl had how many more comic books than Alex did? So we got k as 30. So 5 into 30 is 150, and this is 3 into 30 is equal to 90. So now when you subtract them, what answer are you going to get? So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 60. So your correct answer is 60. So Carl had 60 more comic books than your Alex. So students, there were only 10 questions for this part. Okay, and this was a very beautiful question, the last one. I really liked it. So we will continue the GMAT videos in the next part, in the next slot. So you take as much help as possible, because always the help that you will be requiring will be provided at Saurav's classes. Thank you for watching.